cannot. We're a republic of laws. We have a constitution. We also have an understanding of how you do this. Yes, you can go after the leaker, but there are regulations and rules about what you can do with the press. It is not illegal for a member of the press to seek information. And if you make it illegal, then you're really making a huge dent in and a huge assault on the First Amendment and freedom of the press, which incidentally is the First Amendment. That's what we start with. Without that, you got nothing.
The U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C. said because of this case, it's an open case, active prosecution, they're limited in what they can share. The government exhausted, they said, all reasonable non-media alternatives for collecting this evidence before seeking court approval for a search warrant. Based on the investigation and all the facts known to date, no other individuals, including the reporter, have been charged since Mr. Kim was indicted nearly 3 years ago. We can report that James Rosen, to his knowledge, was never contacted by anyone in the administration.
Which is what they're supposed to do, which is normal operating procedure. The fact that he hasn't been charged, I'm sorry, they just went through his emails and his private Gmail, and that's okay, but they haven't charged him with anything, so let's just all move on. I want to go back to the fact, though, that if they're concerned about leakers, the leakers are the people who are leaking all the information about Obama being a Superman when it comes to Osama bin Laden. The people who are being prosecuted are whistleblowers. Exactly. There's a difference. The whistleblowers are doing it to try to disclose information about the government. For example, one released some information about waterboarding. Another one has released some information about State Department abuses during the Iraq War, wasting money. That's whistleblowing. Leaking is what the Obama administration does to make the president look better, and nobody gets prosecuted for that.
Do you remember what I just want to point out one more thing. We said the different numbers. We have the documents now, and the seized toll records relate to James' parents' home in Staten Island.
It's unbelievable. But this began when the administration tried to read Fox News out of the White House press pool. You had a politician determining what is and what is not a news organization, and by and large the press stood still and allowed that to happen. By the way, Cheryl Atkinson, a terrific reporter at CBS who's been, I think, doing great work, is reporting that she believes her personal computer was compromised. We don't know by whom, but it does suggest that this story may grow a lot bigger before it ends.